Good morning, everyone. It is, what day is it? It's Wednesday, February 7th. I'm just checking to be sure that I am recording live. Yes, it looks like I am live. Let me flip the camera here quickly, give you a little view of me. Just my absolute favorite part of going live. Anyway, my name is Chris Brower. I am coming to you live from Worthington, Minnesota. As you can see, I have a ginormous mess going on. If you could see, I actually posted a picture of my workspace right now. It's a disaster. I'm trying to get Valentines done, and I'm getting ready for my retreat, which starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So today is haul everything out, take it to the church, and start setting up. So I decided, though, that I was short about 10 Valentines for my list of people that I send Valentines to. And so I pulled out the scraps that were left over from the free paper that I got with my celebration order. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm just going to make some Valentines for you. We're going to use the heat tool and gold embossing powder, which always gives a bunch of scraps a lot of pop. So let's go ahead and turn the camera, rotate, and there we go. Let's make sure that we're kind of straight. I'm trying to keep the glare off of the screen with a piece of vellum, so that'll help. All right, so I am using the Be My Valentine set. By the way, if you're watching me, comment so that I know you're here. And that you can hear me and see me. If you're watching the replay, comment and let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, I'm Chris Brower. I'm in Worthington, Minnesota. It is 45 degrees here today. The sun is not shining, but we have no snow left in our yard, which is crazy for the month of January in Minnesota. But we will take it. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have accepted the challenge to do a live video every day in the month of February. So you are participating right now in my 7th live video. If you have not seen the others, please go back and watch them. Comment, like, share. All of that helps the traffic on my Facebook page. So I see that we have some people watching. Let me know who you are. All right, so I started by taking some heavy white cardstock. I like to use the heavy if it's going to be my card base because I just think it feels a little sturdier in the recipient's hand. I cut them in half at 5.5, and I cut them in half at 4 1/4, and I scored them at 5.5. So my Valentines are going to be landscape. Maybe, we'll see. They're all going to be different, I believe. So I've got my card base, and then I took, like I said, scraps of the papers that I had left over from and I can't remember the name of it. Let me quick jump back here. The most adored 12 by 12 paper that you can get free with a $50 purchase. Let me quickly show you some of the papers in this set. As you can see, they are shiny gold. So these are the gold sides, and then the other sides are Real Red, Flirty Flamingo, Oh, there's some pinks in there too. Maybe petal pink. So, oh, there's another one that I missed. Anyway, these are the papers, like I said, that you can earn with a $50 purchase. So, I took what was left of scraps from things that I had made. So, my pile looked kind of like this. And I'm going to be using a retired piece of gold also. Actually, I don't even think that this is Stamping Up. I think this was left from a scrapbook page that, or a book that I made for a 50th wedding anniversary. But I thought that it just would look really pretty with this. So I had one sheet of this. So I cut it the most efficiently that I could by using like 3-inch and 4-inch and 2-inch cuts. And then I took my scraps and cut them 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch smaller than that. So let me see if I can turn my camera. You'll see that what I have laid out here are several little piles of scraps that I've kind of matched up. And so, like I said, they're all going to be different, but you're going to get the gist of it. So, I am going to take my multi-liquid all-purpose glue, and I'm just going to glue these pieces together and onto my card base, because that is going to be just kind of a generic, I would say maybe, layout. Alright, let's go ahead and put this one, I'm going to go a little higher than the center, put the designer series paper right on top. You will see that after I get these 4 pieces on, I will be able to make a decision if I want this to be landscape or portrait. Right now I'm feeling landscape. Anybody have any opinions on that? Hi Glenda. Thanks for joining me. Let me know. What do you yes, this definitely feels like a landscape card. Now, this is a little bit of an experiment. I'm feeling like maybe I might have to use either tear tape or my adhesive tape runner, but we're going to let this sit here for a second. I'm actually going to put this on top of it to get those to adhere nicely. Alright, 2 other pieces that I'm using that are from retired Stampin' Up! Products. This is a set of punches that were available in last year's catalog, and I decided they sing Valentines, and so I have punched one of the scalloped hearts out of white, basic white, and the plain heart out of basic white. And now we're going to emboss. We're going to heat emboss on this. Alright, so I've got my embossing supplies here. I've got Versamark, which is a clear, sticky stamp pad that helps adhere the embossing powder to, well, it's the adhering magic between the powder and the paper. Okay, and I've also got my embossing buddy. This takes the static out of your paper so that extra embossing flecks don't stick to it. I've got the Happy Valentine's Day stamp from the Be My Valentine set, this one right here, and we're going to ink that up with Versamark. You'll see it's clear. There's nothing on my stamp. let's center that onto the heart. Again, you'll see it's clear. Can I get a little bit of, oh yeah, you can see a little bit of shimmer where that embossing ink, I guess I'll call it, is. Alright, I'm going to sprinkle. I might be off the camera there a little bit. I got too much going on here. I'm going to sprinkle that with the embossing powder, and I'm going to use my tweezer, which also comes with this kit. Now you can see that this is where I touched it a little bit with my finger, and so some of the embossing powder has stuck where I don't want it. This also comes with this very, very, very fine brush, and I can tap and brush off what I don't want on there. I can also use my nail. So it's because I think I touched it with my finger that has a band-aid on it, and I think that's where the embossing powder stuck. Let's just try that one more time. There we go. I've got a bad nail going on over here. Alright, we're going to go with it. It's a homemade card, right? You do not want to run your heat tool over where your embossing powder is, because you will end up with it all melted. Alright, we have that on there. I've got my heat tool right here. I'm going to warm it up just a little bit. And now we're going to heat emboss. Isn't that fun? There, that was kind of cool. You got to see that change right on camera. There we go. Alright, so there are some, I may have to take off my band-aid because I'm getting some schmutz on this heart. But, like I said, we're going to go with it. Maybe we will be able to cover that up with some jewels. Jewels to the rescue. Alright, I think this dried okay. Yep, I think my liquid glue worked okay. Now I'm going to use some dimensionals. Let's pop this heart up. I think 3 is probably plenty on here. It's not really going anywhere. And I'm pretty sure that the people that are receiving this are not going to be super tough on their Valentine. Alright, it's looking a little sketchy right now with all of those fingerprints on it, but we're going with it. Notice I took my band-aid off, so we'll see what happens here. I've got just a little... Alright, let's just put that a little off center. And now I'm going to bring in my blooming pearls. So we've got some pretty gold ones in here that I think will help me disguise the mistakes. Alright, let's see. I'm using my pick tool. I'm using the adhesive end of my pick tool because I can just pick up the jewel and it's not going to go anywhere. Let's take one of these large ones and cover up that boo-boo, and we're going to put 3 of them over here. I better put, let's see, 3, 4, has to be an uneven number. put one more there. This is not normally how I would put the pearls, but it covered up my mistakes nicely, didn't it? Now, I also am finding some adhesive that I slid that first piece around a little much, but I've got this little glue eraser, a gummy eraser, that cleaned that up perfectly. There you go. Card number 1, Happy Valentine's Day. Now I need to put a greeting in the inside. And you know what else I'm going to do? I've got some friends who feel very strongly that the insides not be naked. No naked insides. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my, oh my gosh, I have just stuff everywhere. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer in. I know that my card is 5.5 inches. And so I'm going to cut a 5.5 inch piece by 1/2 inch. And, ooh, I actually like that one better because of the way those lines lined up. So this one's a little wider than 1/2 inch. But we're going to go ahead and put that in the inside. Again, liquid adhesive. Just a really thin layer. And I'm going to put this along the bottom border. And then I still need an inside greeting. Let's see. I might just put in "You're as sweet as honey." Oh, I don't want to put the B on this card though. You know what? I'm just going to put "Love you" on the inside. I think that that says a lot. Oh, my dryer's done. Always multitasking here. Sounds like alarms are going off everywhere. All right, "Love you," and I think I'm going to go ahead and emboss the inside also. So, let's put "Love you" and those, excuse my reach here, 2 little hearts. Oh, it's all going to be gold and fancy. 3 little hearts. Did I say 2? Okay, bring back my tray. Now I forgot to run my little talcum powder over that one, but I think it looks okay. Give it a little flick. Run that over it one more time. Looking good. Looking good. There might be some extra sprinkles, but sometimes I just think that that makes it look, I don't know, spattered, which we do a lot of the time anyway on our cards. Whoops. All right, here we go. Let's watch it turn. There it goes. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. Isn't that fun? Scraps, you guys. I used all scraps. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you. Now, I may also even add one more touch here. Let me see. Oh, hang on. I got to grab an envelope. Oh, I wish I would have had some fun music playing in the background while I stepped away. Okay, I've grabbed an envelope, And I'm even going to make the envelope look fancy. Again, trying to use up some scraps. I think I'll use, is that a good size? Let's see if I've got one that's even more. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's going to have hearts on the back. All right. So this way. All right. Taking my envelope and putting some glue. Make sure I get around the edges so this doesn't come loose. Going to just set that down on my designer series paper. Let's see. I still see that Glenda is watching. Thanks, Glenda. And now I'm going to use a big scissor because this is a long cut. I'm going to trim that off. Love it, love it, love it. Trim off all the edges. Do you guys decorate your envelopes or your card insides? It's kind of a trend right now. I think for one, it gives you a good reason to use your scraps. And also, it just makes it look like you've put in all the effort. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't you love to get this in the mail? It's so simple and so pretty, especially with the decorated envelope and the decorated inside. So there you go, guys. I've got 9 more to make, and write a note and address and mail them off before Valentines. Let's flip me around here, and thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Remember, I'm always interested in what you have to say. Maybe even leave a comment on what you would like me to demonstrate. I've got several things coming up. This week I'm just slightly distracted because I have a retreat. So I don't have all the time that I wish that I had to come up with awesome videos. But I'm going to be doing next week a really cool thing, another embossing powder technique that I just learned. And I'm getting the Enduring Beauty flower masks tomorrow. The big brown truck is coming, and so I'm going to be doing some demonstrations on using those masks, which I've never done before, and I might even do it cold turkey live so you can see all the mistakes and all the successes. So have a great Wednesday. It's hump day. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.